Je rêve de toi, encore une fois, rien que tes pas, juste pour moi. Je rêve de toi, encore une fois, rien que tes pas, juste pour moi. Pour toi, toi et moi, on s'envole là-bas, donne-moi. Encore une fois, je rêve de toi. Encore une fois, rien que c'est pas juste pour moi. Je rêve de toi. Encore.
Welcome. It's your boy, Mr. Skrilltown himself, aka Fetty Skrills. This is day 3 of Entertainment Week. And tonight we have our special guest. She is actress, author, singer-songwriter, Katrina Kuza. How you doing,
Hi,
Katrina?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. For those who don't know Katrina, she has a banging hot new single out right now by the name of Candyland. And I have the pleasure of having that single on my radio station, so I get to play it all the time. But it's very, very catchy. So before I get into the bio about Katrina, I'm going to let you see a little bit about her. So check it out.
Hi, everyone. I'm Katrina Kusa. My initials are KK. Thank God my middle name isn't Kelly. I'm from Boston. I know my Red Sox beat your Dodgers. Yes. So for you guys, the Dodger fans out there, like they teach us kids these days? At least you guys participated.
To be crystal clear, we might be the best we never had. So you know I'm not.
And there you have it, Katrina Kuza, the multi-talented actress, author, singer-songwriter. So, hey, what's going on, Katrina? Once again, welcome to Skrilltown Talk.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. So, for the listeners and the viewers that don't know about Katrina, Katrina is an American author, actress, singer, songwriter. She is most famous for her award-winning novel, The Kingdom of Lizards, in 2014. Born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts, the 16-year-old artist was destined for stardom. She has featured in short films, television programs, and theater productions such as the Celebrity Experience Awards Live production of Universal Studios from 2018 to 2020. In 2019, Katrina had the opportunity to work on music projects in LA that include hints of pop, urban, rap, hip hop, and trap genres. This would open up doors for Katrina's new career venture as a rap artist. So far, she's worked with incredible songwriters, Delos, who has worked with Katy Perry and Madonna. In 2020, Katrina was discovered by Indian trap J2, music producer who has worked with Shakira, Beyonce, the Pussycat Dolls, and Cassie. J2 introduced her into the world of Indian trap, creating an urban hip hop pop trap record that led to her debut single, Tasted. After this debut, Katrina she was introduced to young, remarkable artists Sam Creighton, Will J, and Dylan Bernard, who have worked on her new single, Candyland. At the same time, Katrina's new artist name was born, wig, and that's with an exclamation mark in the middle, WIG. So yeah, Katrina, you doing big things early in life. I admire it. So yeah, with this Candyland, and you got, books, you've done TV shows. Tell us how you got started.
So I've started when I was really young. My mom actually put me into a daycare, and that's actually where I started loving, acting and singing and dancing. But when I was 13, my mom just started putting me on backstage to start
Really?
acting. Yes, and she didn't really know if I was, going to be good at it, if I was going to get any roles. But
Mhm.
we tried it. I auditioned and I got a role for a commercial in Boston, Massachusetts for Fenway Hospital. And I
Mm,
just started getting more and more roles. And when I was 8, actually started writing books. And at the age of 10, I wrote my first book called The Kingdom of the Lizards.
wow.
And then when I was 13 as well, I started writing music and composing music on the piano. And that's when my love of recording really started to tap in. And since then, I just really got inspirational and just started writing more music, more songs,
Hmm.
still acting, and still writing new books, which is coming on the way.
So, do you like to sing, act, or write? At like the most out of the three, which one do you like the most?
I love them all. I
Really?
can't pick, no. I can't pick any, no. They're all my number one. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, hey, it keeps you busy. So, did now with your mom? Did she have a musical or like an entertainment background, or she just kind of help support by putting you in these things?
Her father played the accordion and she could play the piano by ear.
Oh, okay,
So
nice.
it's like a little musical background, but everything was really a surprise. She really wanted me to be in fencing in sports
Really
because she was a fencer herself. So,
nice.
but no, I was not a fencer. I was not a figure skater. I was not a gymnast. No, like she tried many times to put me into, competitions, for all
Hmm.
of these athletics, but no, that
That
just wasn't me. No.
right. So you're an
Mhm.
entertainer, as we can see. You're doing comedy. So tell us how you got like wrapped up into that comedy show that you did.
So I know someone. She's a casting director. Her name is Joey Paul Jensen. She's my acting coach, and she actually hosted a workshop in Los Angeles, California, a 4-week workshop, and we were creating our own original comedy skits, and then we were
Mhm.
performing it in the Delos Club in Los Angeles, California, at the very end to
Mm,
over 200 people, and they were all entertainment, executives,
mhm.
managers, agents. So
Wow.
it was a really, really great event. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you got some good connections made out of that, and
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
right. So with the acting and the TV shows that you have been in, like how did you get started as far as auditioning for roles and so forth?
I started auditioning like for roles like my mom really was helping me out with all of those, in the very beginning because it
Hmm.
was really difficult for me to get an agent in the very beginning because I just was starting out.
Hmm.
But then finally, I really got a really great manager who also is a literary manager. And I'm so
Mm,
grateful to have her. She's actually helping me now to find a traditional publisher for one
yeah.
of my stories. And then she's also my acting manager. Her name is Marilyn Atlas.
Mm.
And I'm so grateful to be represented by BMG Talent Agency in New York and also Los Angeles,
Wow.
California.
Yeah, I
So,
know about BMG. That's big. That congratulations. That is big. And that'll
yeah.
take you just that name alone will take you places. A lot of people don't know about BMG. It's one of the biggest multimedia companies, in the United States and maybe even overseas, but they deal a lot with acting and talent and so forth, placements. And so, yeah, wow, that's big. So, when you going into the music part of this, like, how did you get hooked up with J2?
So I knew an artist in Los Angeles, California. He's a really talented artist. Like he has a really great voice. Like he really inspired me a lot. And he actually introduced me to this producer, and that was J2. And
Mm,
so I actually never met with J2, person to person, because the time I actually met with him was during COVID. So
okay.
I actually recorded my first song during COVID at home. So it was a completely different experience than recording at the studio in
Mm,
LA or New York.
right,
So,
right.
yeah, but it definitely taught me a lot about how to produce music by myself.
Hmm.
So I was very grateful to be a part of that experience.
So yes, so the other day we had a Canadian vocalist by the name of Brody Lee Dawson. She's very good, but we spoke about how it was a gift and a curse when COVID started when it came to musicians, because for some musicians who had never really done the recording part by themselves, it was, kind of good. It was like, wow, I get to learn how to do this. But then for the others that are so used to performing and so forth, it was hard because you couldn't do any performing. So with that being said, out in Boston, it sounds like you do a lot of networking in LA as well. How has it been since COVID has struck, with you actually getting out and showcasing yourself?
It's been slow, I would say. It's been slow. I'm still trying, like I'm still getting auditions,
Mm-hmm.
and I am still meeting, with acting coaches and producers for music.
Mm-hmm.
But production wise, it has been really slow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So going back to the J2 conversation, I'm not familiar with the Indian trap. So tell us a little bit about that, and how it went into your first single, "Taste It."
Yes. So Indian trap, like it has different flavors of Indian music composed in the beats. So it was a really different structure in the song. There was all these different unique sounds,
Hmm.
different synths. So, and I was really excited, like that my first song would have those, because I don't really hear very many songs who have those, unique, different cultural
Like
aspects.
instruments.
Right,
Hmm.
exactly. So it was really different, and I was really impressed by how the beat turned out. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, was it hard and challenging to write a song to something like that with all the instruments and, because I kind of got the, ideal of what it sounds like, but I'm pretty sure if you're used to writing like a pop song or something
Right.
like that, and then they, put this beat in front of you that's totally different with all these different instruments, coming out of from every angle, how challenging it might be. So, was it an obstacle, like, to face writing that song, or getting the concept from something that you've never dealt with before?
It was difficult. And I would say it probably had to do with the beat as well.
Hmm.
Just like the different like rhythm of the beat. And also it was rap, and it was like my first like original rap song that I would compose myself.
Yeah.
Also with the help of a couple other songwriters. And still it was like tricky to do. So
Hmm.
I would say the song overall for the songwriting part probably took around like 3 days to
Hmm.
write,
Hmm.
instead of like one day, which I usually would do.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, but I'm very grateful to have been part of that experience, and to have, written something that I
Hmm.
wouldn't have imagined that I would write or compose from that beat.
Absolutely. So since you're from Boston, and you do a lot of networking in LA, you got the East Coast and the West Coast. Like, is it faster pace where you're at, or is it faster pace when you go and network in LA?
I would say both. It really like also depends as well.
Hmm.
I've been getting a lot of jobs like in Los Angeles, California, but I do hear a lot of people as well get a lot of jobs in Boston, Massachusetts. It
Right.
just really depends. Yeah. And also because of the situation we're in right now, like in these days. I
Yeah.
mean, you could do a lot with technology, but just the networking. Like I really miss that
Hmm.
a lot. Like where you can go like to an event and meet people. Like I really
Hmm.
hope that that would change soon.
Yeah, same here. So with the newer artists that you've been meeting and networking with, let me see what their names are before I want. So you got is it Delos, the songwriter?
Delos, yes.
Delos, and then you have Dylan Bernard, Sam Creighton, and Will J. Are these guys from LA or are they from Boston?
They're from Los Angeles, California.
Okay, so when you met these guys, did you meet these guys personally? Like,
I have,
oh,
yes.
okay. So you all of you guys have different philosophies on music. I'm pretty sure. How was it? That first one or two sessions, actually, being able to collaborate with different people, and did that make you nervous, or how was that experience for you?
Well, with people at first, like I am very like an like quiet, like a shy type of person, but when I really like get to know somebody,
Mm-hmm.
I started getting along with them much more. And then those all those people that you've mentioned and named, I just
Hmm.
clicked with those people and since then I became really great friends.
Wow.
And so I would not say there wasn't really like any obstacles working with any of them. Like I was truly grateful to have been a part of that working experience with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I couldn't have asked for anyone better to work with. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, cuz sometimes you get in the studio, and I had a conversation yesterday on live yesterday on my interview with Chuck Wagner, and I was like, the first time he met Robert De Niro, I was like, were you starstruck? And he was
Yeah.
like, not really, but at the same token, that's Robert De Niro. So that's why I was asking, like, maybe were you like, wow, these are some artists from LA, man, that's crazy. It just sometimes it can be nervous. It can be nerve wracking, but that's good to hear that you guys had that chemistry in the studio, because that makes a lot of music. Speaking of music, tell us about the new releases that you have coming out for 2022.
So I'm hoping to release my new single, Escape Room, which I hope will come out by the middle of January of
Okay.
next year, 2022. I'm super excited. It has a whole new different flavor. I'm thinking like more R&B this time, which is
Nice.
completely different than what I've done before. So I'm super excited what many people are going to think about it.
Yeah, good deal. So, and who contributes to that song? Like, who's the producers and songwriters on that project?
Dylan Bernard produced the song. Sam Creighton, Will J, and I both collaborated on songwriting.
Good deal. Good deal. And you have high expectations, though. So, is this gonna be a song with the video? And if so, like, can you give us a little taste of what the song is about?
Sure. So, Escape Room is about the experience that I've dealt with, like in my life. I would say I have been bullied probably like my whole school years of life that I could even remember. So this song is really about how I need to escape and that there's still obstacles around me trying to escape that place. Like I'm still dealt with the past and I need to get out and be in the present. So
Absolutely.
that's a little glimpse of what Escape Room is about. I am hoping to have a visualizer for this song to post for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am still like on the merge of what it's going to be about, but I am thinking more of a dark presence in this
Mm.
song. than like Candyland with all the bright colors. So it's going to be
Right.
completely different. Yeah.
And it's good. That's good to change things up like that because you're not predictable, and that's what viewers and fans they want to see different things from an artist versus being the same all the time. So that's a great idea. Sounds like it's gonna be a hot song. I'm excited about it. With that, and then I hear that you could possibly be in some type of TV shows coming soon. What's going on
Yeah.
with that?
Yes. So I'm excited to say that I might be appearing in one episode in one television show coming out soon. Um,
Uh,
I still cannot really say anything more about it because
yeah,
I signed an agreement, but I'm super excited about this opportunity and what will lead me in the years to come.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Congratulations on that. And like I
Thank you.
said, I'm excited for you. You have the look and personality that can go very, very far in this business. And are you going to follow up any of your novels going forward next year?
Yes, so hopefully I'll be able to publish one of my stories next year. It is called The Strange Stillness of Time. It is a paranormal story.
Mm.
Um, it's completely different from The Kingdom of the Lizards. It is a young adult novel. So I'm super excited to see what people are going to think about that novel.
And will this be your second novel?
Yes.
Absolutely. So 14. So I would have okay. So yeah, that's a big difference. That's a big age jump. So yeah, it shows a lot of maturity on the next book, I guarantee. So that'll be nice. So like the question I have before we end our show is like what keeps you driven at your age, being an adolescent, really getting ready to experience true life. What keeps you driven to want this, for yourself, like as far as being in the entertainment business?
I would say being with the right people keeps me driven. Being within the right atmosphere, being in that same kind of circle really
Hmm.
keeps me driven. If I'm not going to be around, like good energy, then
Right.
that wouldn't be really driven to do something even more and work harder for what I really want to do. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. And what would you tell any aspiring authors, actresses, or singer songwriters? What type of advice would you give them?
Sure. So I would say for any young aspiring writers, actors, singers out there to never give up and always follow your dreams. No matter what anyone tells you, don't
Hmm.
listen to them. Just keep on having your head strong, and then I'll know you'll get there.
Absolutely. And last but not least, where can any of the viewers that look at this podcast, where can they contact or find any new music, any new releases from Katrina Kuza?
Sure. You can follow me on my Instagram account. I am Wig Official. You can also follow me on YouTube, which is Katrina Kusa /Wig. You can follow me on Spotify for Wig, Apple Music as Wig, Amazon Music as Wig, and then also SoundCloud as Wig.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, where's your just a question out of context? Where's your biggest fan base at out of all those platforms? Like, where do people really go when they look for you, or where do you have the most fans? I would say out of all those platforms.
I would say Instagram.
Instagram. Yep,
In-
that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I always ask people because a lot of people say different things. Like some people still are like loyal to SoundCloud, and I get it, but then others Spotify and Instagram. So yeah, well, that's good to know. Any last thoughts or anything like that you want to tell viewers before we get off here?
just would say, just keep on dreaming and keep on getting your head strong because I know you'll get there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, yeah, Katrina, we thank you for giving us this opportunity tonight. You're a highly intelligent young lady, and I wish the best for you. Congrats on you know getting accepted to that college, that fancy
Thank
college
you.
that you're going to. And like I said, when your new single drops, make sure to send it my way. I most definitely will play it on my station. So yeah, thanks. Just thank you.
Thank you so much for having me again. Thank
No,
you.
no problem. All right, viewers, you heard it first. Check out Katrina. If you haven't heard Candyland, it's on all social media platforms. Be on the lookout for her book. Be on the lookout for her new single, and be on the lookout for her in a TV show. Until next time, we are out. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Anne Marie Paserno will be on, and she is Grammy member. She is award winning and a comedian. So check her out and check us out. But until next time, we are out. See you later.
Drop out in my prime like Amazon Pay. Netflix and chillin' got me thinking about you all day. You saying he's your best friend, someone to text friend. Soon as I become your ex, he'll become the sex friend. Don't make yourself look less than playing these silly games. Instead of speaking the truth, you repeating lies to my face like,
I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend.
Best friend.
I know that you've been saying he's your best friend.
Best friend.
I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying he's your best friend. Best friend. I know that you've been saying